It's polling day's biggest news break from Bengal as the BJP has released explosive audio from a conversation that Mamta's poll advisor Prashant Kishore had with a group of journalists yesterday, and it has exploded all across Bengal. The BJP's IT cell chief Amit Malviya has released this audio clip claiming that the Trinamool's chief poll advisor Prashant Kishore has conceded defeat. A claim that has been rejected by Prashant Kishore. According to the audio, Prashant Kishore admits to the BJP winning as per its own internal survey. Prashant is allegedly heard saying that there is an anti-incumbency against Mamta and Modi is hugely popular in the state. He also allegedly says that be it Mamta or left or Congress, all parties have done Muslim appeasement that has resulted in resentment on the ground. Prashant Kishore has hit back to say that his audio has been selectively leaked and distorted by the Bharatiya Janata Party. He's also urged the BJP to release the full audio. Here's what Prashant Kishore said. Here's the full audio, and then we'll tell you the BJP's reaction.
अगर वोट है तो मोदी के नाम पर वोट है, वोट है तो हिंदू होने के नाम पर वोट है। पोलराइजेशन, मोदी, हिंदी भाषी, एससी, ये फैक्टर है। शुभेंदु चले गए कि प्रशांत किशोर चले आए, उसका कोई वो मुद्दा नहीं है, वो मुद्दा है ही नहीं। मोदी यहाँ पॉपुलर है, हिंदी भाषियों की 1 करोड़ से ज्यादा वोट है, दलित यहाँ पर 27% है और वो पूरी तरह से बीजेपी के साथ खड़ा है। प्लस पोलराइजेशन तो है ही है, क्योंकि जहाँ एक चीज आप देखिए कि बंगाल में मोदी पहले तो एक बात है कि मोदी का एक कल्ट है जो कि बन गया है पूरे देश में, जो कि द डिग्री कुड वेरी, लेकिन 10%, 15%, 20%, 25% ऐसे लोग हैं जिसको मोदी में भगवान दिखता है। चाहे सही दिखे गलत दिखे वो एक अलग बहस का मुद्दा हो सकता है। स्पेशली जो यहाँ हिंदी भाषी है वो मोदी का
that the BJP is winning this election. He concedes that their own internal surveys are showing BJP in the lead. Big social blocs are backing the BJP like they did in 2019. He also goes on to say that the brazen appeasement politics of Mamta Banerjee of last 10 years has led to resentment in the society and which has caused polarization. He also admits that there is anti-incumbency against Mamta Banerjee. He also says that Modi is extremely popular in Bengal. There's a cult-like following that he enjoys there. He has basically given up on the election. He has conceded that the BJP is in the lead. That is how big these admissions are on the eve of the fourth phase of election, which is seeing 44 seats go to poll.
Now, let's tell you what this means for the Trinamool. Very, very basically, this is what it means for the Trinamool. Number one, this has caused morale damage on polling day. It's a day when all attention, all energy and focus needs to be on the polling, the booths, the getting the voters to the booths. And now the Trinamool will be distracted and morale could possibly be damaged by this huge, embarrassing distraction. Number two, it could create uncertainty within the Trinamool cadre because Prashant Kishore isn't just anybody. He's the man literally with access to Mamta Banerjee and advising her directly. Number three, it gives the Trinamool's anti-Prashant Kishore voices a weapon. There are many people within the Trinamool who have the view that Prashant Kishore has kind of sidelined them and they don't have a voice anymore. These people will now say, I told you so. You shouldn't have listened to Prashant Kishore. Look at how he's gone and embarrassed the party in public now. Number four, this could have a cascading impact on the next phases. Today's phase 4, there's 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 more phases after this one where the impact of Prashant Kishore's words could have a cascading effect. And coming from the top, someone like Prashant Kishore, someone with the credibility, and luminosity of Prashant Kishore, a man who top political leaders have sought advice from in the past, including Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. The Trinamool now has no choice but to take this issue head on. They cannot just hope for it to blow over. They have to address it head on. And that's the reason why they will be holding a press conference. So will the BJP in just a short while. I want to get in some opinions from some commentators. We have Tausif Khan, who's a political analyst. He supports the Trinamool. Shubir Bhaumik is also a political analyst. But I want to start with Kaushik Deka, a deputy editor with India Today. He's been traveling across Bengal as well. Suryagni Roy is also with me. Kaushik, I wanted to quickly get your word in. What did you think about this audio leak coming in? Couldn't have been a worse day for it to come. and coming from someone like Prashant Kishore, who is at the very top. It's not just some Trinamool worker or cadre or some obscure leader. This is Prashant Kishore himself. And even adjusting for certain extravagant claims that may be made by rivals, this is some pretty strong stuff that has been said.
Yes, certainly, and it must be very embarrassing for not only for Prashant Kishore but for Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee as well, because it could not have come at a worse time on a polling day. And I do not understand, means that Prashant Kishore is a very private person otherwise, but of late he has been talking a lot to journalists and to get into such public conversation and to say that he didn't realize, it's a bit surprising for me. I believe there is something more into it, and we must get into that, because the journalists who probably were part of that conversation, they would be able to throw more light into that. But this whole conversation and then the leakage of this, and to discuss these kind of strategy issues in a public forum, which is no matter how much you say that this is not public, this is, I thought it was private. But when you get into a digital mode, there is always a chance of getting your conversation leaked. So I really do not understand why it happened. But this will definitely damage BJP's Trinamool Congress chances, for the simple reason that today 44 seats are going to polls, and after 39 they won, if I'm not wrong. So this is their big test. Actually, from the fourth phase, the real test between BJP and Trinamool Congress will start. And I think this video could not have come at a worse time.
Couldn't have come at a worse time. Shubir Bhaumik, your opening comments on this audio leak. It was a normal conversation that Prashant Kishore was having with journalists, but there is a sense that maybe he didn't think that it was a public conversation, but a private interaction with journalists, on the Clubhouse app. It's come out now. Definitely an embarrassment. How do you see it, sir?
This is a fantastic black ops, and I'm fairly sure that the journalists who are interacting with Prashant Kishore had a few BJP or pro-BJP people amongst it, and therefore this conversation was perhaps engineered. We all know how to put leading questions as journalists and then get certain replies, and Prashant Kishore might be under the impression that he's speaking in a private space, but then this is recorded. And then this is passed on to the BJP, and they've done perfect timed job. So this is a fantastic black ops. I'm not getting into the morality of it, because it's a no-hold bars contest. Shiv, you can understand the atmosphere here. But I agree with Kaushik that this is Brahmastra, as the BJP saffronites are used to saying. But this is also a black ops. And Prashant Kishore, coming back to the man, look at his track record. Has he ever helped a party, an incumbent party, stay in power? He might have been very good in promoting, challengers to overturn existing parties. So Prashant Kishore, his track record, his luminosity, as you put it, is kind of an overblown reputation. And I have said from the very beginning, in channel after channel, that Prashant Kishore and Bengal are not likely to gel. He is not likely to be a success here of the kind that he has been in some of the other places, including the national elections of 2014. In Bengal, ultimately, it's your party organization, it's your cadre base, it's your connect, it's your local level leadership, the middle rank leadership particularly, which is the link between the top and the bottom. These things are not in order, you fall apart. So the very party that was brought to power by a fantastic organizer like Pramod Dasgupta, people credit Jyoti Basu, but I know how Pramod Dasgupta brought the left front to power in 78. Same party falls apart because of the decay in the organization in 2011. So these are things that matter. Modern cephalogical mumbo jumbo really doesn't work in battleground Bengal. And this is how it's going.
Okay. Tausif, if I could bring you in on this, the one thing we can agree on is that there couldn't have been a worse day for something like this to come out. Legitimate in one sense, because this was a public conversation. It's been leaked. Like Shubir Das said, we can discuss the morality of the leaks another time. But the fact that it's come out in an election where all is fair in love and war, as they say, especially in this election. How would you see the impact of these tapes coming out now, these leaks coming out now?
No, in each and every election that BJP is contesting, they indulge into this kind of practice, leaking audio tapes, leaking videotapes. Some of them.
But Tausif, the admissions, talking about the admissions themselves.
No, what is the admission? I have not. I've heard the video, but I have not heard Prashant Kishore saying that Mamata Banerjee is going to lose the election in West Bengal, or that Narendra Modi is going to win the election in West Bengal. Yes, he is saying that Mr. Narendra Modi is popular, but there is a rider that among the Hindi-speaking belt, and the Hindi-speaking belt does not decide who's going to form the government in Bengal. And by releasing an audio clip like this, do you think that the voters will change the way they think, or the voters will change in the past so many years they have decided who they're going to vote, and at this juncture they will change their mind? I don't think that is going to this audio tape is going to have any effect on the voting decisions.
Tausif, just to turn that on its head, the point is that, you're saying, why would this have any effect on voters? That of course we'll have to only see. I personally am not an expert on sentiment analysis, but, this is after all Prashant Kishore. This is not, like Kaushik also mentioned, this is not just some random cadre or some some leader in some rally. This is Prashant Kishore, the man who literally is advising Mamata Banerjee.
And he has given a statement this morning saying that if BJP is so interested in the chat that took place, then BJP must put out the entire video.
I hope they do.
Because I believe the entire conversation had lasted for about an hour. And the audio clip that has been released is of barely 2 minutes. So, it would be unfair to look at 2-minute video and then say that Prashant Kishore has said that Mamata Banerjee is going to lose the election, which is highly contested. The journalist who was part of this conversation, I heard him saying in the other channel just a few moments ago that Prashant Kishore never said that BJP is going to win the Bengal election.
Yes, he didn't say that.
And neither did he say, and in fact, he said multiple times that despite these factors, despite the support that BJP enjoys from the Hindi-speaking belt, Mamata Banerjee is going to win the election. He has said that multiple times, is what is claimed by one of the journalists who was present in the video, in the audio.
Let me just play out for our viewers. Shubirda, before I come back to you and Kaushik, let's just play out for our viewers once again the audio clips that have been put out. Now, we don't have access to all the audio clips. We only have what the BJP's IT cell head has put out, and which has been reacted to by Prashant Kishore himself. Just listen into what he has said.
अगर वोट है तो मोदी के नाम पर वोट है, वोट है तो हिंदू होने के नाम पर वोट है। पोलराइजेशन, मोदी, हिंदी भाषी, एससी, ये फैक्टर है। शुभेंदु चले गए कि प्रशांत किशोर चले आए, उसका कोई वो मुद्दा नहीं है, वो मुद्दा है ही नहीं। मोदी यहाँ पॉपुलर है, हिंदी भाषियों की 1 करोड़ से ज्यादा वोट है, दलित यहाँ पर 27% है, और वो पूरी तरह से बीजेपी के साथ खड़ा है। प्लस पोलराइजेशन तो है ही है।
Here are the implications and what this means also for the BJP before I go back to my guests. Now, remember how Prashant Kishore had claimed that the BJP is getting less than 100 seats. Perhaps his words now, this plain speak that he's been, as part of his conversation with journalists, perhaps that claim could get a little dented now. It allows the BJP to say that the Trinamool is fighting a losing battle. This is about psychological warfare. There will be amplified claims based on a few words. That's the nature of the political conversation. It allows many persons in the Trinamool to corner Didi's top political advisor, which is a bonus. It's a bonus amidst the polls for the BJP. It cements the BJP's claim that it is ousting Mamata from Bengal, and it very importantly galvanizes the BJP cadres and the leadership for phase 4 to phase 8. Shubirda, coming back to you, how much damage control, in your view, will the Trinamool have to do, given what has been said? Tausif is right. This is only a few minutes, of an entire interaction that has actually been leaked. I wonder if all the audio will come out. Tausif is also right when he says that nowhere does Prashant Kishore say that Mamta is losing this election. But given who is saying it, and given even the selective stuff that has been leaked, Shubirda, how much damage control needs to happen?
Number one, as I told you, this is a black ops. This is a classic case of, somebody saying Ashwatthama Hoto, iti gojo. That means Ashwatthama is dead. Oh, the elephant. This is a bit on those lines. The classic sort of old school Hindutva kind of, black ops, which means that you say certain things and try to connote a larger meaning. Now, I agree with Tausif that this is just 2 minutes out of an hour of conversation. But let me tell you something. Is Prashant Kishore a professional? If I was in his place doing the same job for 15 days after the election starts, I want to be speaking to the press. Last thing, because there could be a plan there. These are basic SOPs that political consultant, intelligence officers, they need to follow. Why is he blabbing so much? Why is he talking so much? And he's damaging, even if he had not said what is attributed to him or meant of him, he is speaking too much. This is like an army chief, blabbing too much, all the day round. And you know who I mean. General Manekshaw, when he won the war against 71, how many press conferences did he hold? So the point is, Prashant Kishore's professional reputation is at stake here because he's talking too much. And certainly when you talk so much to journalists, there is a likelihood of a leakage. There are pro-BJP journalists who could take it up to the IT cell and they could doctor it. Fair enough. As you rightly said, nothing fair in love and war. Huge damage limitation now has to be done. I don't really buy one part of Tausif's argument, which is, isse kuch nahi hoga. People have made up their mind. No, sir. There are swing voters. There are voters who make up their decision at the last minute. And things like this can swing those decisions. And usually in a polarized state like Bengal, where, the pro-Trinamool, the anti-Trinamool camp may be equally polarized, there are these 10%, 15% swing voters, undecided voters, who would then make a difference. And they are the ones who are likely to get carried away or influenced by these kind of a black ops.
I've got more audio of Prashant Kishore coming up in just 30 seconds, but I want to get Kaushik Deka in once again. Kaushik, is the onus now on the Trinamool? Because all said and done, selective leaks, doctored audio, small spliced bits being put out. The BJP has done its bit. The BJP has played its cards, and now it is for the Trinamool to do the damage control. They have to clarify. They have to say the ifs and buts. They have to say, nahi, this is not the full audio, etc., etc. So the onus is on them, and that is difficult.
Certainly, Shiv, as probably that's why they are coming up with a press conference. But as Shubirda mentioned, it's very interesting that Prashant Kishore has been talking a lot. Earlier, if you see his track record, he would rarely do on-record conversation. He was always an off-record person. But for the first time, he has been talking a lot to the press people, trying to create a narrative. That means that whatever the outcome is, BJP has been successful in creating a positive narrative for them, which Prashant Kishore probably or TMC is finding it very difficult to counter. And that's why they are trying to reach out to journalists. And in doing so, he has definitely not with his own volition, but he did this damage. We'll have to do a lot of, probably they will come up with a full audio or will say things that which are not in the audio, the explanation that they will do. But yes, as Shubirda said, too much talking actually did the damage.
Too much talking did the damage. Let's hear some more audio and then I'll get Tausif and the others to respond. More audio coming in that the BJP has put out.
Matua will be predominantly voting for BJP, not as unitedly as they did in Lok Sabha. लेकिन मुझे लगता है अभी भी Matua will 75 BJP, 25 तृणमूल. हम लोग एक सर्वे करते हैं कि आप वोट किसको दीजिएगा और सरकार किसकी बन रही है. तो सरकार किसकी बन रही है उसमें प्रीडोमिनेंटली बीजेपी ही आता है हम लोग के भी सर्वे में। उसको हम लोगों ने खंगाल कर देखा भाई ऐसा क्यों आ रहा है। ऐसा इसलिए आ रहा है कि जो बीजेपी को वोट कर रहा है वो तो कह ही रहा है कि बीजेपी की सरकार बन रही है। जो लेफ्ट को वोट करने वाले 10 से 15% लोग हैं उसमें करीब 2/3 लोगों का ऐसा मानना है कि बीजेपी की सरकार बन रही है। तो वो मेजोरिटी जो है वो आपको हमेशा सुनाई देगा हमेशा कि बीजेपी की सरकार बन रही है। लेफ्ट का जो आदमी है वो सोचता है कि भैया कुछ भी हो बीजेपी आ जाएगी तो हमारी दुकान खुल जाएगी, कम से कम अभी ममता को तो हारना चाहिए। एक जो उसका सब्सटेंशियल तो परसेप्शन की बात हो गई, जो सब्सटेंशियल इशू ग्राउंड पे है, जो लोग हम लोग समझते हैं बाहर जो बंगाल में नहीं पहले आए थे कि भाई बीजेपी का नीचे ग्राउंड पे वर्कर नहीं है, ऐसी बात नहीं है। ग्राउंड पर बीजेपी के बहुत वर्कर हैं और वो सारे वर्कर लेफ्ट से इम्पोर्टेड हो सकते हैं लेकिन वो डेडिकेटेडली आज बीजेपी के लिए काम कर रहे हैं। तो कोई ऐसा एरिया नहीं है बंगाल का 1-2 जिला अगर छोड़ दे आप जहाँ पर कि बहुत मजबूत काडर बीजेपी का नहीं है।
You know, lots of specifics, Tausif, you know, in the clips that we played just now as well as the earlier ones that the BJP's put out, you know, lots of specifics from the Matua community, you know, to Muslim appeasement, etc., etc. And like Kaushik was saying, the onus is now on the Trinamool. And this comes at a, you know, there couldn't be a worse time for the Trinamool to have to commit resources into firefighting rather than focusing on the campaign. There are 5 campaign phases left. Now they have to commit a lot of brain power, a lot of resources, money, energy into firefighting what could be a very damaging sort of story. Tosi.
No, it's all perception and narrative. I mean, and this is something not new. You see, Prashant Kishore talked about Mathua. Mathua region, we all know, they have not been very happy after the 2019 election. And the new formed political unit under the Pirzada Abbas Siddiqui camp, they have reached out to Mathua. They have talked about forming a, you know, coming together and creating some sort of vote banks there, where the Pirzada, in combination with the Mathua support, they were going to, you know, garner some votes. And, you know, we have seen how even the program of Amit Shah when he was there, to attend those programs with the Mathua community, how due to the lack of, you know, information on the ground, many programs were cancelled and many hookups happened. Some programs had to be, you know, postponed. Some meeting that Mr. Amit Shah was supposed to attend as part of the election rally was postponed. So it's not easy, you know, it's not... you know, to say that Mathua is going to 75% of Mathua is going to vote for BJP would be an incorrect statement to say. But be that as it may, yes, we have seen another short, you know, clips as you have played from the conversation. But what was the context behind it is important to know.
Okay, I'm going to go to that in just a bit. I saw you raising your hand, Shubhita. I'm coming to you in just a moment. We've got a breaking story coming in.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.